I've never had this happen with Vinted, and I was really shocked at what actually happened and what Vinted did. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. This is going to be another video about Evri, that used to be my Hermes, and how they lost all my parcels. So I did a video about them a while ago, and after that you'd think I'd know better, should have done, but I showed in that video basically how they handle people's parcels, and like I used to use them all the time for clothes. I used to use them for everything basically, and they are just bad with handling parcels nicely, shall we say. So I vowed to only use them for clothing so that they couldn't get broken, and it was tracked and it's cheap and I can drop them off at the shop at the end of my street and it's really easy. Should have known better. I should have known better. So I just got back into selling on eBay and I've just listed clothes on there, so I was like, yep, every easy. On the 28th, which was 28th of May, a few days after I started my eBay journey once again, I sold 4 items on eBay and 2 items on Vinted, used Evri for them, and within a few days soon realised something wasn't working very well. I started getting messages from buyers saying items were not received, the items haven't turned up, and the tracking shows that they haven't moved since I dropped them off at the shop. So you drop them off at the shop, they scan them in, then the guy comes, picks them up, scans them to say we've picked them up from the shop, and then it goes into the system. I had a look, and at first I didn't know like how many parcels this had affected until I started getting more and more messages off buyers. So I got like 4 messages of 4 different people saying that the parcels hadn't arrived. I looked at all the tracking and it showed that they hadn't been picked up from the shop, so I thought maybe there's a problem at the shop. So I went to the shop and the guy was like, no, they come and pick them up like every day, they get quite a lot at this shop. So they definitely took them, they were in this bag. I put them in the bag myself and they took the whole bag. So it seems like either the shop's lying and they, took parcels themselves, or the Evri people are picking the bags up and not scanning them, and then I don't know what's happening to these parcels. On eBay, you're responsible for getting the parcel to the buyer. So throughout that whole journey, it's on you, it's your responsibility, and that's fair enough. When you're sending it tracked, you think, yes, I'm safe, it's fine. I've never had this happen with Vinted, and I was really shocked at what actually happened and what Vinted did. So before I tell you that, I'll show you the emails that I got from Evri. Okay, so on the 5th, I raised the incident saying that, parcels not received. On the 6th, I got this email saying, hi, I'm Claire, and that she'll check first thing tomorrow where my item is, and if she can't find it, she'll be back in touch before 10 AM the next day. The next day, I had another message from a buyer, so I opened another item not moved kit. I think you can pick item not received or item, the tracking hasn't updated, for a while. So I did that. On the 9th, I opened another incident report for another one not received. These were all sent the same day, 28th. Then on the 10th, I got another generic email from one of the incident reports. Another one, hi, I'm Claire. This time she'll get back to me within 48 hours. So this Claire is a busy lady. She seems to handle all these incidents. Then on the 12th, even though Claire told me on the 6th she'd get back to me the next day, on the 12th I had an update saying it's probably been lost in our network, but you can contact the seller for a replacement or a refund. I am the seller. So I tried replying directly to this email, you can't reply. I tried getting through, did all the things, tried getting through, just can't talk to anyone. It also says in that email though, we will also liaise with them, the seller, directly regarding this undelivered item. Just pure lies, obviously generic emails that they just send out to everyone. It's total lies. I am the seller, no one's liaised with me. I've just had Claire, the obviously very real person. As you can tell, I'm pretty peed off because I've had to refund, 6 people now? Well, no, 5, because I'll show you what Vinted did. So again, on the 12th, I had another update. Again, Claire, busy lady, saying, for this parcel, for some reason, I had to wait 5 days. I don't know what's different, why you have to do that, but there you go. And they gave me a link to start the claims process. So that's where I am with the 4 eBay items. I've refunded the buyers, so I'm out of pocket. I'll try the claims process through Evri. Totally do not think I'm going to get it. But Vinted, I was so shocked at what happened. So I got a message from the buyer saying the item's not arrived. She was very, very nice. So I was like, oh no, I'm really sorry. I'll chase it up. Before I even had a chance to try and chase it up, Vinted marked it as lost by courier and instantly, within like 10 seconds, refunded both of us the money. So that £10 for the dress, I think it was instantly back in my account on Vinted, and the buyer also got that money back as well, which I know they have the Vinted protection, but you'd think with all the fees we pay on eBay as well, we'd have some similar protection, but we don't. Like, I understand that it's not eBay's fault or anything like that. It's Evri's fault. That's whose fault it is. They are just the worst company, and I don't know why I bothered even trying to use them. Don't use them, people. Just don't. I use them for so long, and when I heard people complaining, and I was like, they're not that bad, guys. I use them and it's fine. Yeah, well, not anymore. And the problem is for people who sell like expensive items, because I sell really, really cheap clothing, so if I lose a few parcels, it's no big deal. It's not going to be hundreds of pounds. It was probably like 50 or 60, which is bad enough just to lose, you know, but because I only sell cheap things, it's not that much of a loss. So now I've changed all my items to Royal Mail. I will try Royal Mail. I've seen other people having problems with lost items with Royal Mail, so I'm scared to post anything. I'm actually pretty scared to sell on eBay at the minute, just for this kind of reason, especially when you just cannot get through to a person. This Claire doesn't exist. The emails you get from them are just completely made up lies. You know, like one claim said they'll get back to me before 10 a.m. the next day, and they just didn't. And then another one said you have to wait 5 days. And then another one said you have to contact the seller, which I am the seller. And then another one was like, oh, you can, click this link and start the claims process. So do you know what? At first, I actually gave Evri the benefit of the doubt and thought maybe it was the shop. Maybe they messed up, because it showed that the items are still at the shop. Maybe it was them. It's not them, guys. It's not. It's this god-awful company that just, I don't know how they're still going. They don't even have like real people you can talk to. How is that right? Like, how any company you can ring up and speak to an actual person. I did speak to eBay about it. I got through to a really nice lady, and she was really nice about it, and she said I've done everything right that I was meant to do, so it's not going to affect my account or anything, which I was really worried about, because I thought maybe I'd get some bad reviews or stuff, anything. And she said they would be removed because it shows I sent the item the next day, sometimes on the same day. So even when you try your best like that, and then you get these couriers messing stuff up. The scary thing as well about eBay is if you say you've got like a 2-day dispatch time, and it shows like the tracking hasn't updated, and it shows that you haven't sent this item when you actually have. I'm just really lucky that they scanned it into the shop, so it does show that I dropped it off. But since that, it hasn't updated, so if they hadn't scanned it in at the shop, that would have been 4, 5, 6, no, 4 on eBay, wasn't it? Yeah, 4. That would have been 4 like black marks against my account, and that would have been like the death of my eBay account. So let me know your horror stories from Evri, or do you like them? Am I just being mean about them? I don't think so at this point. I looked at some of the comments on the last Evri video I made, and so many people having these problems. Like, it's my own fault. It's my own fault. I shouldn't use them, but now I'm really scared about Royal Mail now. So let me know if you have any Royal Mail stories, or give me like some suggestions about what courier I should use. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!